Guys, remember this kid right here? Yeah, rookie shortstop Jeremy Pena, who just won the ALCS and World Series MVP. The kid is a rock star. If you told me to cover my eyes as you played that video and then you asked me, hey Fuzz, what's happening? I probably would have guessed, I don't know, Harry Styles walking around the city of New York handing out a bag of money to whoever he saw, not Jeremy Pena giving out nuggies at a Cane's drive-thru. But anyways, what's going on everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a lot to talk about today. J-Rod and Michael Harris II, they have come away with the Rookies of the Year. We also have to talk about Yasiel Puig possibly being in trouble, and I've heard that prison time could be involved, but then again, that's only from a few articles, and his agent is saying that he's just a witness. It's not really that big of a deal, but we do have to talk about it because it's Yasiel Puig. Again, congratulations to J-Rod and Michael Harris for coming away with the Rookie of the Year awards. J-Rod and Michael, they were both sensational in the batter's box and in the outfield. Adley Rutschman and Spencer Strider, they came in second place. Now, the title, I'm completely serious. These rookies all made history aside from just winning trophies or coming in the top 3 for Rookie of the Year. J-Rod, he becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to have his team earn an additional draft pick because they called him up and he won Rookie of the Year. So you might be asking, Fuzzy, what are you talking about? Where is this coming from? Well, do you remember when baseball was almost canceled because there was a CBA lockout? Everything ended up getting signed and there was a new CBA. Well, part of that CBA was additional, I don't know if you want to call them features, but benefits to young players and teams if they called up their young players. So because J-Rod wins Rookie of the Year, the Mariners get an additional draft pick. So at this point, if you're a Braves fan, you're probably thinking, cool, so if J-Rod gets his team an extra draft pick for winning, that means that Michael Harris is going to get one as well. No, you have to have 3 boxes checked to be eligible for an additional draft pick if you win Rookie of the Year. The first one, you have to be a top 100 prospect in 2 of the 3 major publications, that is MLB.com, ESPN.com, and Baseball America. Both J-Rod and Michael Harris II, they were in the top 100, so they checked off that box. They had to be on the opening day roster. J-Rod, he was the starting center fielder for the Mariners. Michael Harris was not on the opening day roster, and that right there is why the Atlanta Braves, even though Michael Harris was a top 100 prospect, he gets called up, he wins the Rookie of the Year, they don't get a draft pick. And it's as simple as that. Michael Harris himself is going to get a lot out of this, but the Braves, all they really did is ruined his service time, but then again, that doesn't really mean anything considering they signed him for an extension. So again, one more time, let me just go ahead and repeat that. J-Rod becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to earn his team a draft pick because he checked off the first box of being a top 100 prospect in 2 of the 3 rankings. He was on the opening day roster, and number 3, he won the Rookie of the Year award. So if you check off all of those boxes, your team is going to benefit. So it's trying to mitigate service time manipulation if you think that your player is that good. And again, even though Michael Harris won the Rookie of the Year, he was a top 100 prospect, he wasn't on the opening day roster, so it means nothing. Now, remember how I said that Michael Harris still would have benefited had he not signed the extension? Well, the same thing is applying to Adley Rutschman. So the thing that I'm talking about is if you finish top 2 in the Rookie of the Year award race, you get a full year of service time. Adley Rutschman, even though he was called up in June, he will be credited with 1 year of service time. What does that mean? Instead of being a free agent in 2028, Adley Rutschman will officially become a free agent after 2027. So because he got called up, he played extremely well, he finished in second place, he's going to get himself paid a year earlier, which is awesome. Another thing that we have to talk about as well from the CBA, do you guys remember there was a bonus pool money or whatever they want to call it? So the top 50 players, the top 50 pre-arbitration players, I'm talking about Brendan Donovan and Steven Kwan, even though they didn't finish in the top 2, they're still going to be getting a check because they finished in the top 50 for players in pre-arbitration. All that really means is rookies who have not signed an extension, if they finish in the top 50 on WAR based on an algorithm that was determined by the Players Association and Major League Baseball, they're going to get some extra Christmas money. So Steven Kwan, Brendan Donovan, they don't get an extra year of service time or anything like that. You have to finish in the top 2 to receive a full year of service time. J-Rod and Michael Harris, they don't have to worry about that because they played a full year. But Adley Rutschman is going to really benefit because he was called up in June. So even though he didn't play a full year, he gets credited with a full year. And then guys guys who came in third place, like Steven Kwan, Brendan Donovan, they can still get bonus money because they were in the top 50 in WAR for players in pre-arbitration. So I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. If you've understood everything I've said, my cap is off to you because it kind of gets confusing. And one more thing I do want to note about the Rookie of the Year races, Adley Rutschman and Spencer Strider, they will each be getting $500,000 for coming in second place, and J-Rod and Michael Harris, they'll get a bonus of $750,000. So even though Adley and Spencer Strider, they don't win the award, they're still walking away with a ton of money, and at their age, they'll take that. Now, one more thing I do want to talk about. We have some breaking news. Martin Perez, he accepted the qualifying offer from the Texas Rangers. He was making $4.5 million a year ago, and now that is going to jump over $15 million. The qualifying offer, it is sent to most players in Major League Baseball. If they are about to become a free agent, they can accept it or not. It's $19.5 million. So, attaboy, Martin Perez kind of coming out of nowhere to become one of the better lefties in baseball. The Astros are apparently in the running for Anthony Rizzo. If you are a Yankees fan, I am so sorry that you had to hear that out loud, probably looking at this video like this. Yuli Gurriel, I believe, is a free agent, and he's kind of, he's defying father time. He has played really well up into his upper 30s, but considering he's almost 40, I know a lot of people are also going to look at the screen shocked to learn that Yuli Gurriel is basically a grandfather when talking about baseball and the lifespan of a baseball player. So there you go. The Astros, they could pry away one of the better first basemen in baseball, and from their number one nemesis, the Yankees. Jesse Winker, trade rumors have been circling that he could be going to the Mets. He could be going to a couple different teams because the Mariners, they have a plethora of hitters that could play left field, right field. We all know that J-Rod is going to own center field for the next decade and a half, but where is Mitch going to play? Where is Jared Kelenic going to play? Where is Taylor Trammell and Kyle Lewis? Where are they going to play? So considering Jesse Winker wasn't very good last year and his spot is expendable, if you're a Mariners fan, let me know in the comments, what do you think you can get out of Jesse Winker? I mean, at this point, probably not much. And then the final story for today's recap, Yasiel Puig could be going to prison for 5 years due to an illegal gambling operation. Now, I just want to clarify that his agent came out and said that Yasiel Puig was simply a witness, and that allegedly Yasiel Puig didn't really understand why he was being interviewed by the FBI or whatever she called it. So apparently what happened is that Yasiel Puig was a witness to an illegal gambling operation. He was interviewed by this whatever, and then his ADHD prevented him from having a clear mindset, so it made it seem like he was associated with the illegal operation, whereas he was just kind of someone who knew about it. But other articles say that he invested, thousands and thousands of dollars. So at this point, I don't really have the full story. I just wanted to let you guys know because a lot of fans across baseball were hoping that Yasiel Puig could make a comeback to Major League Baseball. But considering all of the off-the-field issues, we know exactly what they are. And now this new situation coming to light, I feel like that might be the final nail in the coffin for Yasiel Puig's comeback.